Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, like, sharing the video, we have new episodes coming out every Monday and Thursday. Enjoy. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
Yeah, get comfortable. I was about to be like, I never do.
Can we do a podcast like this?
I'm just going to rest my head on your shoulder the whole time.
I never do podcasts like, I was about to be like, I never do two at once, pause, but I never do.
And then he was like, wait, yes, I do.
But then,
I love doing two at once.
you guys had such a good fucking chemistry. You guys were like, fuck. I mean, I love your album even before I saw you perform.
A lot
Like-
of chemistry.
Yo, but you guys were like
Physical
hilarious.
chemistry.
Wait, all right, maybe the podcast is over. I don't think. You even got the matching gold teeth.
Look at us. God damn it, coach. Look at us. The same tooth.
He's my twin.
What are the fucking odds,
I
kid?
got all my teeth in, right?
Yeah.
Have we
You
started
yet? I guess we just started. You have to talk into the mic, though. Oh, you got the real seltzer.
Cuz, come on.
Not even the
I'm
hot.
Italian. I hang out with a lot of Jews.
Keep that little beginning part out of there if you don't mind. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we will.
Irish.
We'll make them edit it.
Hear
out.
me, Irish?
How did you guys end up linking up? How did you guys meet?
Shit. One day I was posting on the old Instagram like we do, and my man Chubs hit me up and was like, "Yo, what up?"
I was like, yo, that's a mad fly bikini you rocking.
That's facts.
That
And
polka
I was
dot
like,
bikini.
well, I have
with-
better. So
I was like, where'd you get that, cuz?
You're like Fashion Nova.
He was like, yeah.
That's Gucci to you, okay? Fucking Sam Buck.
Yeah. I see. You could be a spokesperson for Fashion Nova
Oh, you
Men. I see
goddamn
you.
right.
He is. He's sponsored by Fashion Nova.
Goddamn right.
You
I'm,
and Cardi
I'm fashion
B.
old bruh. Fuck that. Nah, fucking the chubby guy hit me up and he was like, what up, what up? I fuck with what you're doing. Then I looked at his page and I was like, shit, I guess I fuck with what you're doing too.
And he
then,
kind of looked like me too. So I was
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we're identical
Yeah.
twins.
you know what I'm saying? So
Now,
I'm
I
like,
didn't know if you guys grew up with each other.
A
'cause
mirror
you
is
guys
flattering.
do. You guys could be like cousins.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, we
that's what it
definitely
feels
could.
like.
Yeah, like you
It
guys
felt like when
went
I met
out
him, like,
to the Chinese buffet every Sunday.
feel
oh,
me?
we definitely go to the Chinese buffet.
Easy. Easy.
Easy, cuz we go to Chinatown. They know us by name when we walk in there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
They know us as Fat Guilo.
Yeah.
For y'all don't know that, that's
it.
just a fat white man.
I don't even have to order.
That's
Yeah.
what the name you guys should have gone by.
They
Fat
just know.
Guilo?
Yeah,
Fat Guilo.
second
I
album.
think I got, yeah, I'm on God. We might have to do
Fat
something
Guilo.
with that.
On God.
But nah, yeah. Then he was like, "Yo, pull up to my stew." He has a stew set up with the man, fucking Lord Jewish, the man with the plan, fucking young Eitan Noise.
Young Jewish.
You
Young
looked at me
Jewish.
when he said Lord Jewish with too
Are
much.
you Jewish?
I'm not Jewish.
You're not?
No.
You look
Cuz.
like a Jew.
I
I'm
know,
not
I'm
gonna
sure
lie.
you were a Jew.
I know.
He's a Jew.
Everyone
I'm a
thinks.
Jew.
You're a Jew?
I'm a big J.
What are you?
Big J. I'm just old-fashioned white.
You're Irish?
I'm like
OFW.
Mayflower white.
You're Irish?
No, I'm a little bit of Irish, like
You
French Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
Lord.
You're an Irishman.
Mayflower white, the bad
Oh.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
I got a little
Aryan
Irish
race
in me.
ass motherfucker.
What, you're Jew? You're Italian?
Yeah. Italian and Irish.
I would have not guessed.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
No.
Nobody does. They automatically look at us and they think we're both like Dominican and Cuban or
Yep.
some shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep, definitely.
And I get-
Puerto
I
Rican
get-
by association.
We love Latino women though, you know. So
Who doesn't?
I don't know what you're talking
In
about.
New York? The best.
the best. Go.
I don't know what it is about the accent where it's like they're speaking down on you, and I love it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, when
nah,
they
I've
talk
been
down to you?
I've been violated
When they
in my
step
time.
on your nuts with high heels.
I
on?
don't like that shit. That sounds like
Yeah,
that's
nah,
the
nah,
type
that's-
of
that
shit
shit he
you,
pays for though. You know what I'm saying?
you pay
Hon-
for that.
That's in
honest-
his budget. He writes out a monthly budget every month. It's like we
How
you know what I
many-
mean, gas money, heel money.
I just said
heel
that because
stripper
you look
money.
like you like to get stepped on with high heels.
Nah, I feel like that was some inner demons coming out for you.
Me, I'm more of the
He didn't laugh,
aggressor in
he
a
didn't even
relationship. A woman would never be able to step on me with high heels. They walk on me enough, you know? You can't let them walk on you during the sex, too.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
get catcalled on the street.
Oh, all the time. You kidding me?
Kidding me? You see his beard, bro?
When I walk down the street, random women just come up and they stroke my beard.
Who has the better ponytail, you or Irish?
Irish.
I mean, Irish's ponytail is fucking
Look
damn
at
near
that,
to
bro.
his crack.
You kidding me?
I think it's
My
damn near
man
to
got
his crack.
my man got the Dave Mustaine going on and shit. Feel me? My man got it going.
Then how did you hear about him? You reached out to him on it. Were you just like, this guy, I'm going to vibe with this guy?
Yeah, like I said, when I heard him, he had like a lot of similar content, kind of, almost. The things that we talked about. It was almost like I would have been for sure like, yo, this guy fucking listens to me on the weekends and is fucking stealing my whole style. No, but I was kidding.
That's what it was.
He reached
But
out to you on
that's what
some
it
beef
was.
shit.
That's out of the bag.
I was like, yo, son, why you sound like me for? No, but no, like I said, he got that grimy tone, and I'm like grimy in a different way. So I just felt like we was
Yeah.
different branches from the same tree.
And we were in the same scene already, so we've been had a lot of mutual friends and
Right.
shit like that.
We
you
knew
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of the
saying?
same people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, already first time we met each other, I was like, oh, you know this motherfucker, you know that motherfucker.
It was
You
a
know,
matter
so-
of time before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The gods collided.
It works out great, though, because you do have similar style content, but not
Right.
like, you know?
But we
it's
sound totally different.
I think we see. I was about to say. I think we sound just couldn't be more opposite.
more,
type
no,
shit.
because you're super, like, it's even in personality. You were saying that you're super, like, hyper,
Right.
and you like to smoke to bring you down. And you're
Exactly.
more grimy
And I
and
sniff
slow,
coke.
and you need...
But I'm already up. But
I
then
wasn't
sniff
I
coke,
wasn't
forget
going
about
to
it.
snitch on you like that. You can do it yourself.
Dog, are
that's
you kidding me? If you listen to one song of mine, they know what I'm
Just
about.
notice.
Fuck
It's
that.
the
The blank mirror
outside.
started off a blank
That's
canvas.
the
Jackson
first
Pollock,
bar.
that
That was
shit.
the
The
first
first
bar
bar.
on the album,
That's
right?
almost
damn
sort of
right.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on,
And you
Jackson
were rapping
Pollock.
it while I was pissing in the bathroom.
Facts.
I heard you.
You know how much fucking paint is on a Jackson Pollock, bro? That's what I do to
Jackson
my
Pollock
coke mirror.
shit.
Nah, I'm not no cokehead, but you know, motherfuckers party.
He's
I
a
don't
bit
know.
of a little bit of a cokehead.
I'm not a cokehead. A little bit.
My
I never sniffed coke alone.
That's a lie.
Does that make me not a cokehead?
How do we know? No one's around.
That's how I felt when I was.
I'm a very truthful individual. That's how you know my shit.
No, when I started smoking weed, I'd be like, I don't smoke alone. I just smoke. I just smoke with
That's
friends.
true. That's how I started.
How old were you?
When I started smoking weed?
Yeah.
I mean, I tried weed when I was young, but I probably didn't really start smoking it until out of high school, like on a regular basis.
Yeah. You said you took mushrooms at 14, bro.
Yep. Prospect Park. I was with a whole bunch of fucking friends. I think it was all our first time. Maybe one other person had done it before. We had a big old fucking bag of shrooms. And you know, when you're 14, you can't really afford shit. So it's like, yo, I got $12 on it. Oh, I got $16 on it. Oh, I only have $8.50. You know what I mean? But yeah, my fault. We did a whole bunch of goddamn shrooms and fucking laid on the field in Prospect Park, in Brooklyn. And I thought the trees were alive. I thought there was an army of tree people coming at me. We went to the diner after. Horrible mistake. Horrible fucking mistake.
Greek diner?
It was a guy. I don't.
You ordered yourself
It
a
was
Greek
a Greek
salad?
style diner. It was a Greek style. No, hell no, a Greek salad. I was running fucking $11.50. You think I got that kind of? You think I
What,
got?
you got a tuna
think I
fish
got Greek
sandwich?
salad money, especially after shrooms.
Let me tell you,
Daddy got a
if-
buttered roll.
If you order extra feta cheese on it, it will cost you $14.50.
That's facts. That's facts. And
You
you know
gotta
I
get
need
the
that
extra
extra
feta
feta,
cheese.
baby.
You
Yeah.
gotta.
You fuck with feta cheese?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Let's
They
talk
call him
about
feta
it.
cheesy Alfredo.
What favorite cheeses?
Is that your Gmail?
Feta, yeah, it
Feta
is.
cheese at
Yeah,
gmail.com?
yeah.
Nah, what's the top 3 cheeses?
Top 3 cheeses.
Hit me.
Ooh,
Let's
I'd
go.
say feta, goat,
Goat.
blue,
Blue is fire.
That's 3.
and then yeah,
That's
yeah.
your top
That's
3?
3.
That's
it.
top 3.
So
You're
you
not
get
throwing Gouda in there?
I'm not a big fan of Gouda.
Some mozzarella, cuz?
You're naming the most bland cheeses.
That's
right
bland,
now.
cuz? Bro, you put some
Nah,
smoked
nice
mozzarella
burrata?
on some balsamic fucking
Oh,
chicken.
all right, burrata.
Burrata is a mozzarella.
But that's mozzarella inside mozzarella with other shit. I'm not
exactly.
talking.
It's still a
That's
cheese,
mozzarella
no?
times 2, which
Blue
makes
cheese,
it what?
though, is fire.
Blue cheese is fine.
Yeah,
Love blue
yeah.
cheese.
that I can't
You don't
help.
like goat cheese?
I've
love
tried
goat
it.
cheese.
It's pretty good. It's not one of my. I wouldn't be top 3 for me, but I definitely.
Nah, I love that.
I
shit.
fuck
On
with
a
all
salad with
cheeses.
walnuts, cranberries.
It's
some
like a guilty
balsamic on
pleasure
that.
because I'm fucking. I'm lactose intolerant. So
Are you?
when I eat cheese, it's like
This
Yeah, but
cheese
goat
talk
cheese,
is.
goat cheese don't got lactose though, right? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know.
It has less lactose than cow's milk, so you'll be good with goat cheese. bro.
Dr. Bubs over
I
here.
don't
Come
know.
on,
I don't
son,
know if that's
DRB. You kidding me?
It could be.
All right, what are your favorite fucking cheeses?
Shit. I'd have to go like a blue, like a blue.
I don't know why I asked that so aggressively.
What about your fucking cheeses,
Tell
guy?
me your fucking favorite.
Yeah, you want to talk about my goat cheese? Nah.
What's your fucking addiction?
I'm gonna go with a gorgonzola. I like a manchego. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And a burrata. Fuck that. Burrata, manchego.
He likes burrata.
Ooh, I like a sharp cheddar too.
Cocaine, he loves.
Cocaine on his cheese. Sprinkle it on your
God.
pasta
You're
like
bringing
some
me back to my
Parmesan.
weekend now.
Put it in one of those
Sniffing
plastic.
really hard will really bring you back.
Could y'all give me a moment, please?
He just starts rubbing his nose.
That's another gram. Nah, I'm playing. I'm really not a cokehead. I just do it. I do it for the laughs.
You do it for the bars. You can't.
This
For the
guy-
balls.
You can't lie about 2 drugs in your bars.
Exactly. You know,
This guy does no drugs.
I do no drugs.
He actually
I'm high on
teaches at a
life.
preschool on Monday through
does.
Friday.
Goddamn right. This is for the show too. you know
And he's
what
a
I'm
choir
saying?
boy, and he's Jewish.
This is actually this is
He does it for the
bubble
older
tea.
men.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does it for.
That's facts. You hear that, Irish?
You hear that, Irish? He like guys with ponytails, cuz. Watch out.
You ever fuck with DMT?
Nah, yo, I wanted to do that shit so bad. I have
DMT now.
a rapper homie.
I'm
he
terrified.
actually, y'all would definitely know who he is, and he has a song about it. But whatever. I always wanted to get a DMT. He used to sell these DMT vape pens.
Oh,
Always
shit.
wanted to
Is
do
this
that
the
shit.
one who? I think I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he has a song called DMT vape. I just put it in the universe and it wasn't around no more. But yeah, either way, I want to try a fucking DMT. I want to try that shit, bro.
It's crazy.
I believe it.
You're too scared to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
You ever
quick, though.
You ever taken too many mushrooms? Like
No,
no,
like
no,
I said,
bad
I'm still
trip.
new to mushrooms. So that's why
Oh.
like I microdosed and I was like, if I was ever afraid that I was going to die of laughter, it was that night.
You're the sober guy,
Yeah, I'm very sober.
other than weed.
Because even weed, I said I started late. I was a late bloomer with the marijuana.
Or is he your like guide into?
He's
the-
definitely my drug addict guy.
Yep.
This guy.
You
He
sniffed
tells-
coke with me that one night,
He was
right?
my parking guy.
He's like you.
Nah, he's been out with me. Like, I mean, yo, it's even though we've become very good friends at this point, it's kind of like a new friendship and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We know each other what a year and shit. a
Oh
little bit.
shit! For
Yeah.
real?
Since like last summer, last fall, some shit.
I don't know.
So yeah, we kind
We
of
had
like
2
we
winters,
still
right? At least
what?
we had 2 winters or no? One winter together.
one winter.
You guys are
one
like
winter
the rap
has
game
one.
Bert and Ernie.
You goddamn right.
I
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know how to take that.
We here though. We here. It's out there now. Shit. So
it's
yeah,
a compliment. You looked at me a little too long after that.
I got a bar about Burr and Ernie.
Yeah.
I circle Burr and Ernie's. That work is on the gurney. Funny block work.
That's a funny block work.
Yeah. But nah, so like we still like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been out with me a few times and shit.
Yeah.
He's seen my party life a little bit,
I've seen a little too much.
you know? But
What
and
was the first party night that you went on?
I
with
can't
him?
even remember.
was it that COVID afters? It might have been
It
the
might have been.
afters after
Yeah,
that.
it was afters.
Yep. We went to I do remember. We went to go get we was in the studio. Then we went to go get fucking soup dumplings in Chinatown.
That was the first time I went there.
I think so.
I don't know about that.
And then I was like, yo, come through. We outside tonight. He was like, all right, coach. I guess I'm down,
a
coach.
possibility.
And then fucking, I took him to my peoples. There was a little after spot that was open all throughout COVID. Very
through.
irresponsible. I don't
real.
advise you to
Those
live
are the
my
best
lifestyle.
places.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, this place was dirty.
It
Who
was dirty.
stayed
It was a
in?
dirty little
Who
birdie.
stayed in during COVID? That's what I want.
I took
sure.
about 2 months, and then I was like, nah, I'm outside. Fuck it.
This kid was outside every day.
Nah, don't do that.
I
Literally.
got COVID before the lockdown. So then during the lockdown, I was like, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
let's ball."
He's never gotten COVID. This kid.
I got COVID.
Oh,
I
you did?
definitely got COVID. Yeah, I told you though.
Oh, well, I
second
thought
week
you were
of-
immune from that fucking afters because I'm telling you, there was just pure cigarette smoke in there because nobody went outside because, the cops can't see
Yeah.
it. So everyone's just blowing down bogeys, blowing down marijuana.
It's a good time.
You just felt like you were just inhaling everybody's secondhand smoke.
It was a great
Mid-COVID.
What
time.
was your night before this? Were you reading books by the fire?
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
doing.
I was
writing
reading
rhymes
to
by the
him.
fire.
He's kind of illiterate, but
Yeah.
I was reading to him. He was asking me how to
Soothing.
spell out certain things. It was cool though.
The Harry Potter series. You started
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yep.
We were reading Behold the Pale Horse.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then two pale. Okay, never mind. It was going somewhere. I think.
You ever get too fucked? Like you didn't do DMT. You ever get too hot? Like a trip goes too far.
Yeah, Yeah, I've definitely been on shrooms before where I've been like, shit, I wish this would end right at this very moment.
Yeah.
But then you just gotta ride the wave, and then the next like 20 minutes later, you're like, thank God.
that happened to me at the
didn't end.
1,000-word shows when I went to that porta potty.
Yeah, I could
What,
imagine.
you felt like you were in like a spaceship?
I was like, this
I
is
already
the
feel
worst.
like I'm tripping in that bitch.
Yeah, I was like, this is the worst room to be in right now.
It's the only room to be in, but
Yeah,
also
while
the
you're
worst room.
pissing, like
I couldn't even go in there because
it was
it's
horrible.
just bad vibes when you walk into a porta potty.
Was that your first time performing together?
Nah,
We performed together maybe like what, 6-7 times now,
something like that.
some shit.
You-
We did,
that's crazy that you've only known each other a year because you guys have great
I know.
chemistry.
A lot of
Yeah.
people say that.
on
People
and
like,
off stage.
It was like I said, when we met each other, it was like he was my twin, this guy,
easy.
for real.
Yeah,
And it was like my long lost brother.
yeah.
So it was like we hit it off, and that's why the music sounds the way it does. Because with me personally, like I can't just make music with just anybody. Like I could do it, but then it's just gonna be a one-off song. You know what I mean? If there's a chemistry where we could build and be creative, you know what I'm saying? It's like it only happens with certain people.
100. We didn't even know we had that album until we had the album.
Exactly.
It was
we just
like
kept
we
creating.
just-
You know what I mean?
We just
Really?
kept pushing
Yeah.
out shit, and then it was like, it was you, it was Chubs. I was like, I feel like we, like, when are we dropping this? And I was like, what do you mean? We don't even have an album yet. And then we looked through the songs, and we was like, wait, nah, we got 9 hard body ass joints, all
And we were
produced
like,
by
fuck
Lord
it.
Jewish. We got more than that at that point, but it was like,
But by
And you
Lord
didn't
Jewish,
make those to make like.
well, I mean, we
kinda were
made them
just
to
shooting in
put
the-
out. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
everything I make, I'm gonna put out. Like
Right.
that's it.
Yeah.
But like we didn't know that it was completed until we looked at the track list and we was like, oh nah, this is it. This is hard. It's crazy hard.
exactly. Yeah.
I feel like there's two types of rappers: rappers who like sit on a bunch of
Hate
shit,
it.
and rappers who put all their shit out. Dump it.
Man,
Yeah,
I think
I'm sitting on a lot of shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm just
You guys are. It's like the opposites. You guys
Yeah.
are very opposite, but you
well,
do
like
that.
opposite
But that's-
exactly.
yeah,
but exactly
the same.
alike at the same time.
I put
Yeah.
out a ton of shit, but I also have a lot of music that I've been sitting on, but none of it's just shit that I'm like, I don't know. Like all of it is shit that's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You have a plan for it.
yeah. I got songs that are 2 years old that I've been waiting to put out for a project next year.
Right.
Let's say, you know
Me
what I'm
too.
saying? And it's like, but there's also the flip side. It's like, yo, not everybody should do that. Not everybody should put
Right.
out everything they make because
No.
motherfuckers is trash, bro. Obviously, I'm not gonna name names. I love everybody. I love everybody's souls, but I don't love
What can we
everybody's
do?
raps.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is whack.
Yeah.
Nah, some motherfuckers
Yeah,
is
well,
whack.
that's why you do. You gotta put a little thought into when
Yeah,
you're
you
dropping.
gotta.
You know what I mean?
You got to build your craft, and then there's the flip side of that. That the second they make a song, they throw. I was just talking about somebody with this. The second you make a fucking song, you fucking throw it out onto streaming platforms. That shit is unmixed. That shit has. There's no inflections in your voice. The ad libs are louder than the fucking whatever, and it's just like the beats unmixed. And it's just like, dog, you should have definitely, that shit had potential if you just fucking put a tiny bit of thought into that shit. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
I put out a lot of music.
No, I feel that way with this podcast. I put everything. People are like, "Why don't you put out the episodes like that you get right away?" It's like I do everything in order, and I do 3 episodes a week, and I still won't be able to release this for like a month because I'm sitting on like 20 interviews right now.
That's
'Cause
great,
Right.
bro. That's
Yeah.
great.
I do get that once you have a plan, but like I don't get people who just sit on shit and have
Yeah.
no plan for that
Nah, yeah.
at all.
Like some people just record to listen to themselves
Yeah.
and show it to their friends. You know
I
what
swear,
mean?
yeah. Some
That's
people
not what we
just
do.
do some shit on a song, put a 16 on a song, and then it just fucking floats into the abyss. And it's like, yo,
Yeah.
what are you doing? It's like, a 16
Yeah.
isn't a full song. It can be.
but when
it's-
did you
gotta
guys
place it
learn
right.
that? Because like,
Like I said, I was a hip hop fan, so when I jumped into it, it was like I was doing it to put it out from the first song I ever did. You know what I mean?
when was that?
See, I was a ghostwriter before I was actually an MC myself. I was more behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I was even like the guy who would be like putting together the shows and fucking being the promoter of sorts.
Did you want to rap though? Like,
Like I said, I loved hip hop. I loved it. When I was a kid, I'd just sit there with my homies and we would just go through CDs and you know what I mean, really dissect the lyrics, and that was fun to me. So I always knew that was something I could do. You know what I mean? But I wasn't a in the spotlight person. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't an attention whore type person. I was someone that likes to play the back, kind of.
I was always an attention whore.
Yeah,
My
he's
fault.
yeah. That's again with the fucking opposite. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm more like chill, lay back behind the scenes. He's more like, look at me, look at me.
I'll scream in your face. I'll scream in your face. If you're deaf, you don't hear me, I'm going to scream till you fucking until God gave you your hearing back. You feel me?
yeah. Well, that comes out in your style 100%.
For sure.
Word.
Your voice is I don't know why, but your voice is grimier than I expected it to be. Like it's closer to your raps than I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. It's funny you say
He's
I get the
destroying.
opposite all the time.
He's
Really?
destroying his vocals. That's why. This
Oh, yeah.
My dad did death metal and shit. Like
Did he?
like
I
so-
fucking love death metal. I love
For real?
I love
He
metal.
did
And
that?
hardcore.
Irish is big metal dude.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah?
show, you gotta show us
You
something.
fuck with hardcore?
What?
You gotta show us your pop shit after this.
I've never done a show with my pop.
No, but you gotta. I'm saying. You gotta
Oh, show him.
What band was he in?
This band, they weren't super big. Small Ball Paul out of St. Louis.
Small Ball Paul.
Yeah.
That's actually his drug dealer. So it's funny. That's crazy
Funny.
that you say that.
You know him. Such a small world.
SBP baby.
But now he does other shit. Like he does more like calm shit. But yeah, he loved like growing up. Like death metal was all his shit.
Yeah, I was in a
like,
death metal band in high school and shit.
Were you singing?
Nah, I was
He was a backup dancer.
backup dancer.
You were dropping it low to the double
You
bass.
goddamn right. I was dropping it low just like my my guitar tuning. Nah, I was playing guitar, and then another band I was playing drums in a hardcore band.
Do you still play instruments?
Nah, I hardly played it back then. I just wanted to, like, I played a little bit of everything back then. So like, but I was also low key, like kind of like making bars up in my head a little bit. Like I was always just kind of, I don't know. New York's a funny place, man. Especially like the downtown scene and shit like that. There's a lot of mixy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be into hardcore and rap music. Just like it's two heads. What how do you say that? Two heads on the same. You know what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
no, I do know what you're saying. No, totally.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
I mean,
why I loved that 1,000-word show. Everyone who was on that show fucking killed it.
Yeah, it was a
Hell
dope
Like,
show, man.
Everyone. And
Shout out 1,000 Words.
Yeah, for real. Shout out.
facts. It's the God.
Yeah, putting on for the culture, you know?
Crazy, and he works so hard. He like teaches me that it's just like
He's
talent's like the
Pure
foot in the
grind,
door,
bro.
but you got to just grind and put in
Yeah.
as much work as possible.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's incredible how much shit they do.
And
all
still
the
enjoy
outside
it.
boys, Vegas and Cinematic,
Yeah,
and all the motherfuckers, man.
yeah, they're all
G
great.
Media.
G Media, of course.
J Media.
I mean, that's like, yeah.
That's-
G Media is my brother, you know?
Yeah,
Fucking, me and G Media have fucking put a lot of work in together, bro. A whole lot of work in together. From
So-
the ground up type shit.
yeah. So you didn't want to be a rapper, like you were just like
Yeah, that
behind the
wasn't-
scene. You wanted to, like, was rap your like?
I mean, shit. I didn't start really rapping until I was like 22 years old, which is not, you know, which
Damn,
I
for
guess
real?
at this point that's 10 years. I'm 32 now. It's like been 10 years. But like, yeah, I didn't really write like my first like verse until I was like 22.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Then put that shit out, and that shit actually did numbers and shit, which was like, I didn't know what to expect. Like my man, I was always like in the room with rappers and shit like that. Always had mad like producer and rapper homies and shit. But like I didn't really start until like later. I guess you call it later in life, because most people are like, I wrote my first bars in the womb.
Yeah.
I don't care, you know. But
I wasn't like that either. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, the first shit I put out, it was from an old friend who's we're not gonna mention him because he don't deserve no clout. But fucking he was a producer, and he was already like, he had a name and shit. He was bubbling, and he put me on like one of his albums, and fucking he was just a producer, so it was just me on the track, and that shit was like, that shit flew. And I was like, I didn't even realize at the time that it flew. I was like, well, I guess this is how it goes. You put a song out and things happen. And I was like, nah, all of a sudden, like all these fucking bigger blogs are mentioning my name and shit like that. I was like, I thought that was regular. Then once I started pouring out more music, I was like, oh, nah, I can't even get these same blogs.
Yeah, that's
I kept
so
them for
fun.
fuck.
That's
But,
how it is, but that's kind of what keeps you going. If you get that little blast in the beginning, pause.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, yeah. I mean, shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
No.
don't mean all that hate, but
He knows
No,
all
but
about
I
got me
mean,
started
like-
on my shit. Like, yeah.
This guy loves blasts.
Loves what?
You love blasts.
Blast 89?
No, blasts.
Oh, Blast.
Shout
I
out
was like,
Blast
yeah, I also
89.
love
89
Blast.
too.
yeah, he's killing
Yo,
it
actually,
too.
he
What
was-
a fucking mensch.
He was supposed to come with us, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, he told me, he was like, yo, I'll come with you, but he was
Oh,
like, I don't
no.
know how big the spot is, you know, because we
Oh,
Burley
damn!
boys.
I wish you would have.
Yeah, but I forgot, honestly, literally, until you just mentioned his name.
Yeah, word.
Oh, that's true.
Shout out
I'll have to get
Blasco.
I'll have to
Yeah.
get him on the podcast
Yeah.
too, because he killed it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
My Burley
a,
boy.
he's a fucking great performer, bro.
Crazy performer.
Very emotional
Really
performer.
good performer.
Yeah,
He makes you feel emotions,
yeah,
you know
nah,
what I mean?
facts.
yeah.
He at my block party, I booked him and shit, and he fucking busted his head wide open.
Yeah, with the
Yo,
microphone.
straight up with the microphone.
That's some old school block shit for people that know, you know what I mean? He
Word.
used to do that all the time.
Just
At
go
his-
crazy.
At his old shows, he used to smash his head open. First time I
Damn.
saw him,
You
That's
don't
what he
go
did.
crazy on. I don't see you going crazy on stage.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. You know,
I could see you going crazy on.
I
stage.
go nuts, but not in that way. You know what I'm saying? That's,
Yeah, I'm not gonna beat myself.
he's
up.
on some ECW shit.
Yeah.
I just yell a lot.
Yeah, mosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dog. I mean, if that was
You
my,
mosh?
if that was the
Yeah, I'll
vibe of my music, yeah, hell yeah.
I'll jump in the crowd and fucking crush a few people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to make, yeah. Nah,
Why
we
not?
used to do these.
Are you
wild,
angry? Like, do
Me?
you? Yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm angry, but I'm like, you know, I'm in between happy and miserable. Like everybody.
No,
You know what
I
I mean?
know, but like people, I get angry and people don't expect it. Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by the podcast Woody Two Shoes, hosted by comedian Thatcher Wood. Other than being a really good friend, Thatcher is one of the funniest comedians and podcasters I know. Woody Two Shoes is available on all podcast platforms. It's a comedic podcast where he interviews a different interesting person each week, and they get into a bunch of different topics. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel too. At 100 subscribers, he's giving away merch. At 500 subscribers, he's giving away a PS5. That's right. Yeah, a PS5. So make sure you go subscribe to Woody Two Shoes on YouTube and follow Thatcher on Instagram at Wood Two Shoes. 2 is in the number. Wood Two Shoes on Instagram. Let's get back into it.
People don't expect you to get angry.
That I'm like an angry person sometimes, you know?
Yeah, that's what I said. I think everyone's angry, especially right now, the way the world is. Fucking everyone's a little on edge. Everyone's a little bit more irritable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's irritable, man. You don't give him cocaine.
Yo, don't do that, bro.
No, I'm kidding, no.
We can't this whole fucking podcast talk about my occasional habits.
No, I'm kidding.
Nah,
I'm
hell
fucking
no.
with him.
Nah, we all get irritable. Yeah, hell yeah, I get irritable. I can't stand motherfuckers sometimes. But yeah, hell yeah, we angry, bro. Comes
You a
out.
fighter?
Shit. I don't want to say that. I hate fighting. Honestly, I hate it, but I'll do it. You know,
Yeah.
I boogied several. You know, I
guy
boogied
gets
a lot for my.
jiggy.
It's always for my peoples because I deal with some very explosive individuals, some very unpredictable people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is for friends that be getting into an argument at a spot. Then of course me stepping in, I'm big as fuck and loud as fuck. So automatically I escalate the situation without even meaning to. Next thing you know, some kids are laying under some bar stools. You know what I mean? And then I don't know.
Like, yo,
Why to be held responsible?
some big
Maybe.
Dominican kid did it.
Yeah, some big Dominican. The cops look at my ID. They're like,
You good?
bitch.
You run
I don't
off.
think he's Dominican.
You
kid.
run off into the sunset. You
Yeah,
always
exactly.
get away. Yeah.
I gallop into the sunset as if I'm on horseback, but it's just me like that, galloping into the sunset.
I'm not in and out the beginning of the podcast if you're doing that in the middle.
What's that? Nah, ain't nothing sus about that. That's just life.
You started at 22. When did you start? When did you put your first shit out?
I mean, like I said, I was ghostwriting, so I was in it. But like by the time I put out,
Like ghostwriting for like actual like.
there was a few people that were notable at the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? That were notable people that I signed contracts with, even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I can't
I understand.
even talk about it. But it's like, you know, it was nobody like mainstream huge, but there were people that were like signed
No,
to
I understand.
mainstream
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
I didn't mean if you were just like writing bars for your buddies.
No,
that
well,
were
I was doing that. That's how it started. And then I met a few people that were like, "Oh, you nice? Like you come up with melodies?" Because that's really what I'll do. I'll come up with a melody before I even come up with the lyrics. You know, I'll start like thinking of a melody in my head, how to rap on a beat, and then I worry about the lyrics after. You know what I mean? So it was like I did a lot of that, just being in the studio and giving people, you know. And then my man schooled me. My man Gotti was like, "Yo, you should be, you know, making money off of this shit because you're sitting here lending your, you know what I mean, lending
Yeah.
your time, lending your creativity." And I'm like, you know, fuck it. But I had an artist that I was working with, like Blas said. I mean, like Bubsy said, we ain't gonna mention him. You know what I mean? It's because we were talking about Blasco before. You know what I mean? It's because we were talking about Blasco before.
You
so
hurt
now-
his feelings.
My feelings, bro. Just came out with an album together, bro. Nah, I love Blas, and you
Yeah.
know what? To be mistaken for that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
No, both
How
of
much
them,
more
but-
beautiful could you be?
That's what I'm saying. Both of them my brothers. So yeah, fucking. Long story short, what were we talking about? I got lost when I.
You
when I-
was about to
talking about-
downplay one of your old friends.
Oh yeah. So we ain't gonna mention him, but I was really mainly focusing on him at one point, where I was like, "Yo, we putting all the chips in on you." Even I was investing bread. I was doing everything for this dude, and then it was like he went off to Richter. He got married to his girl that he had a baby with and shit, and it was like she was like a super Jesus freak.
Oh.
Yeah, so like long story short, he was like, "Oh, the shit what we doing is evil." I'm like, you know what I mean?
Really?
Like, that's
Yeah.
true.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying, you know, it is hip hop is a little evil, but
Yeah.
you know, to who, I guess, you know what I mean? Because it's like I don't look at it as evil. I look at it as shit that helped me as a kid.
That's how I, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It helped me like chill listening to that shit. Even though there was some violent shit, I appreciated the creativity of it. You know what I mean?
But like what
And-
everything like the Bible's pretty fucking violent.
yeah,
like
God's violent.
You
That's
know
what I'm
I
saying,
mean?
yeah.
Like any show you watch, like some Bravo shit, that isn't
Exactly.
good shit. Like
But that's what I mean. When I stopped working with that guy, then, you know, I realized after the fact how much I enjoyed the process of making the music, you know, ghostwriting, the whole thing. So I was like, you know, I'm going to go to the studio and book a session for myself. And that was it. You know what I mean? That first song I had, the producer and the engineer that was there, they were like, you know, gassing me. So it wasn't hard to convince me. They're like, oh, we're shooting a video right now.
how old were you?
I think I was around the same age, 22. Something
That's
like that.
crazy.
Some fucking late bloomers, bro. Sometimes you gotta wait.
I might have been older, honestly.
Let
I might
life.
have been like 24, honestly, thinking about it, because my daughter was already, I think, around a few years old. So
Oh really?
yeah,
That's good because like all right, I knew I wanted to be a stand-up since I was like 16, but I didn't start it till I was like 20, 21. Seriously.
I let life
Right.
marinate, bro.
well, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. When I look
Know what I'm
back
saying?
now I'm like, I always wanted to be an artist. You know what I mean? Because now I can look back on my life and be like, oh, you ain't even realize it then, but you was already going that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
think
just-
about that all the time.
Like Bub, you just said, like I was going with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Do you-
I was caught up in some other shit when I was younger. So the last thing I was thinking about was
Putting your
trying to be a
name- yeah.
rapper. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that you want like when you
I mean,
look
bro,
back,
like-
when you're like at a young age, do you see where you're at now?
I mean, yo, like, yeah, I always wanted to be a performer. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is no surprise to me type shit. And, like, I've always loved rap music from a very young age. Like we was talking about, I was in hardcore bands and shit like that in high school. But also, like, fucking super rap. Like, if you look at me, I had a camo hoodie, a Yankee hat, and some J's with a bunch of motherfuckers with long hair and fucking spikes in their necks and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it was so I was always like kind of well rounded and like just down to I just wanted to create type shit from a young age. Yeah, this shit is no surprise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What actually got me started rapping is I went to college and I was studying abroad in Amsterdam.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I was out there for like 4.5 months, and fucking it was like, you know, there's a lot of rap scene in Amsterdam, but it's mostly like an EDM type scene, you know, especially back then. I'm sure now there's more rap shit, but it was like, yo, being separated from rap so much made me want to rap, if that makes sense. It was like I was, you know, I'm so used to being around everybody who rap just consumes me. Then all of a sudden you take me out of that and you put me in a different fucking environment where people don't know shit that I'm talking about in terms of music. And all of a sudden I was like, oh nah, I want to rap. And I already, like I said, had mad like producer homies and shit. So I was already planting seeds when I was in Amsterdam, hitting them like, yo, when I come back, I'm gonna be a rapper, bro. And they were like, nah, what? Because, you know, if motherfuckers mention some shit like that to you, like, you probably wet. I never heard you say anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I was like, I came back and just fucking hopped in the booth and fucking never left. And it's,
Well,
yeah,
then what made you outlast?
like in terms of,
You said like a lot of motherfuckers do say that. Like, what made you just like keep going?
how nice I am. The first shit I put out, I mean, I'll play for you after this podcast or whatever. It's like the first shit I put out is still like, you know, it was, I had it. From the second I came in the booth and then I fucking hopped out and listened to what I just made, I was like, oh, no, I'm not, and everybody around me was like, yo, what the fuck? And I didn't have this raspy voice back then. I was kind of rapping on some more like, yo. I wasn't on some, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does a good impression. But,
Can I hear the impression?
do it
Of you right now, or you back in the day? Because I can't do you back in the day. Cause
right now.
ay ay ay.
That's every ad lib.
Oy vey.
Oy vey schmear. Oh, that's a new one, Pop. Damn.
Damn, don't be surprised now you hear that in the song.
I better get
Oh,
credit.
it's
on
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You getting publishing credits. Fuck that.
Yeah, I So did you get your raspy voice just from smoking and living?
Nah, I mean, yo, I always had the ability to do the raspy voice, but it was like,
Yeah, but your shit's raspy anyway.
yeah. My shit's raspy as is, but like, I don't know. I felt like I listened to. I still listen to a lot of Ghostface. I mean, Ghostface is one of my favorite ever. But like back then, when I hopped in the booth, I was like picturing like I'm Ghostface. And you know, Ghostface kind of he don't have a raspy voice. You know what I mean? Ghostface will hop in the booth and you know
Right.
everything
He's
is
smooth.
kind of yo. I was in the Gotti Maserati. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that was like kind of what I was going for at first. Like a mix between I was like said between like Ghostface and Big L type shit was like my style. Still is like writing wise, but like yeah, I don't know. As time went on, I would like do the raspy shit sometimes, and then it was like nah, my voice sounds so crazy when I yell at the top of my lungs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that ended up being what it was, and you know I still got songs where I kind of tone it down for sure, but yeah, this raspy shit it's not going nowhere.
Is it hard to bring that much energy in the booth? when
Hell
you're
yeah.
Just like,
Yes, absolutely. That's why I asked him. I could hardly record anywhere except for fucking with my engineer, cause I punch in a lot. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he's yelling. Like,
Yeah.
No,
like it
from
sounds
the-
like
I-
he's yelling. He's yelling.
I'm
no, I
screaming,
know.
bro.
Like that
Yeah.
shit's hard to do. Like
Yeah.
just alone, not alone, but like alone in a room.
Dog, I
like,
could hardly get out. Ask him. I could hardly get out 3 bars, bro. I like my engineer. Like we on such a fucking coordinated shit now, where it's like my engineer Brass Beard. Shout out Brass Beard, Sal. Fucking
Salvatore.
Salvatore. But he fucking me and him are so locked in now that he knows exactly what I want and shit like that. Other engineers will be like, "Oh, you sure you just want to do those 3 bars? Like you can't go." I'm like, "Yo, my voice is not gonna sound how I want it to if I rap this whole verse, or even if I rap half this verse
Everyone
without
has their
punching in."
process, you know?
yeah.
And it's like people are mad confused by it. I'll have rappers over the studio and shit, and we make a song together, and they kind of look at me funny. I'm not doing one verse. I'm like, dog, you're going to hear how this shit comes out. You're going to be happy that my inflections are the way they are. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm
mad
a
funny.
perfectionist also, so it's like, yeah.
No, that makes sense, and it's funny because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for the T-shirt I have on right
Fuck
now for
that.
the podcast we're
Fuck
doing.
that.
But that's kind of like how they make music too. Is like a lot of punch-ins because it's hard to keep that going
Yeah.
like over and over again. But you
Uzi's
do
nice.
it.
Uzi's nice, bro.
as
Yeah,
fuck.
I was going to say, you can't take nothing away from, you know what I mean, any of these artists.
No, but you do it live. Like seeing you perform live is crazy.
Yeah, thank you. But yo, honestly, it's like yo, once I get past like 3 songs, I really need a hype man, bro. Or like, but also like I said, like I know how to kind of finesse it where I could like skip certain words here and there. You know what I'm saying? I like kind of slow shit down and speed it up a little bit so that I could like fit it all in and shit. Pause. But
Well, that's why I love the performance of you guys together, is because like you got a more like chill flow. It works perfect. Like
Yeah, there's good contrast, you know what I mean?
perfect. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have that shit right when you went in, like that first?
Yeah, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely changed up because it was like my first shit that I dropped was more like trappy, you know what I mean?
What like the A6 shit?
Yeah, A6. Yeah, well, that was on, but that is kind of like trappy-ish. That was
Yeah.
on Young Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was my first project, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I dropped a few singles before that were even like more trappy. And it was like, when I started working with Lord Jewish, Aton Noise, he was like, he's a big boom bap head. And I'm a hip hop head, you know what I mean? Originally. But I like all sorts of rap. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't judge you for wearing a little Uzi Vert, you know what I mean?
I was just doing the Lord Jewish.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I
Lord
thought you were
Jewish.
raising
No,
your
no,
hand
no.
to ask a
No,
question.
no, that's the Lord Jewish. Just throw one hand in the sky if you love hip hop,
He's like,
and everybody say,
ha, yeah. That's
that's that shit Jewish fucks with.
So that's why, you know, he pushed me more into like, yo, you nice, you got to do some hip hop shit. You know
and
what I mean?
that's when Young Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's when we made Young Gorgeous. Exactly. 'Cause we
That's a
made-
great album.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I
I really
appreciate
enjoyed
that.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one. So that one, there was a lot of me in there because it took me my whole life to make that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All my life experiences and shit.
Yeah, what do they say? It takes your whole life to make your first album, then you get 6 months to make your second.
Facts. Literally.
Motherfuckers fall off.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know, this kid, his work ethic is crazy, Bubs. You know,
Thank you.
It's inspiring, honestly. Like, just rocking with him since I started rocking with him, it's like you want to move at a faster pace. And that's what it is in this industry. You need people like that around you that make you want to move quicker. Because if you're sitting around a bunch of slugs that are slowing you down, you ain't ever going to get nothing out. You ain't ever going to get nothing done.
Yeah.
And that's why so many artists are sitting on a pile of shit, like you said, and they ain't dropping nothing. And they just keep making because we're all creators. You know what I mean? People love creating.
I was tripping thinking about this the other day when I was like, it's like sports. Like athletes used to not be so good. Like if you put like the top athlete in like the 70s against the top athlete now, they had to like learn and adapt to get better. And that's just like music. Like, yeah, a rapper back then could put out one great album every couple of years, but now everyone's adapting to like,
Right.
you gotta be a good rapper and have
100.
a crazy work ethic. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing that you need now is like, can you keep people's attention? Because it's hard to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, it's all about, for me, putting out all the music that I do, it's all about packaging and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about making sure that everything seems like it means something to you type shit. Like, I don't put out a project without videos. I don't put out a project without having a back cover, for instance. I don't put out a project where the cover isn't very well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't put out shit with just like on a whim. You know, once in a while I do, but just you know, that's like one-off shit. But it's like, I feel like it's all about the packaging of a project and making everything make sense and making it feel like you want to put a stamp on some shit in that moment. Like, I mean, I put out 5 albums this year and I'm putting out another one next month and shit. And
That's
it's like,
crazy.
yeah, it's, you know, and in all honesty, G Media is a big part of that shit, man. Like, having G Media as a videographer and somebody that me and him collaborate so often, and it's like I could really put out so much fucking content, and it's like nothing just seems rushed or nothing seems like it was just like unplanned or just like fucking throwaways. It's like everything is packaged very tightly. And as a rap fan and also as somebody who's, you know, I think a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't. That's part of my shit. I'm not just throwing shit out. I'm making sure everything is
Who
fucking
taught
structured.
you that, or where'd you learn that?
I don't know, man. I think it was just how I knew I wanted shit to be.
Yeah.
Type shit. I just always knew that like. I come up with original concepts for each of my projects. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want like it to be an original concept that's not explained. You know what I mean? I want each project to be explained. And I feel like what explains it best is the visuals and the fucking, even
The
nowadays,
full
the
piece,
social
yeah.
media and, you know, like what you say about the project, who produced it, or what the cover looks like and shit like that. It's all fucking, you gotta be simpatico with this
People
shit.
come to me and they're like, "How do you grow that shit?" It's like, I would rather have a flip phone, bro. I would rather live in the woods, have a flip phone, and not market anything. But I need to be on social media all the time, posting, doing shit I don't even really want to do.
Same, bro.
Just because, like, that's how you grow. Like, that's how people see your name and shit. Like, you guys meeting because what are you looking for?
I'm looking for my phone. I'm like,
He's like, speaking of
did
social
it
media.
fall in between
I
the?
don't think it did.
Oh,
It might. Maybe I've left it on the kitchen table. I was thinking.
Word.
I hope
but
so.
no, like, you need to be on social media, promote. Like, he hit you up through social
Yeah,
media.
now we have an album over it.
Yeah, a crazy good album. Like, you probably hit up Lord NMF on some social media shit. Like,
Well, he actually saw us perform at the first show that Thousand Words did. at
Oh,
Tell City.
really?
Yeah, and he was like, "Yo, I need that." You know what I mean? Like, I want to do the cover art, and that he was already the homie, so we was like, "Hell yeah!" You know what I mean? Because we was on it. The song is nice. You know?
yeah, crazy. He's done so, and he killed
Yeah, he's
that.
dope.
Thank you, brother. By
He
the way.
killed that
Appreciate
album
you.
artwork. Like, I was
He
showing
did,
that,
man.
like,
Yeah, he killed it.
and it matches perfect the whole vibe.
Twin,
Totally.
What time did
you
we park
guys-
there?
We got time.
We good?
Yeah, we good. But yeah, nah, he killed that shit. I love that cover, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, he killed it,
it
bro.
was
Fire.
you know, it was a collaborative effort on a concept theme, you know, between all of us.
Yeah,
but,
we got in the group chat. And
yeah.
You need to have a team. That's why, like, I got Irish, I got Ani, I have,
Yo, Irish, let me get a seltzer kit.
I got, like, shout out Shamil, like, I got my buddy Jay, like, you need to have a team that
Hell yeah.
believes in your shit too.
100.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
that's-
having cover art's so fucking important, man.
Yeah.
That's why when people put out an album that's so fucking dope, and the cover art is just some weird picture with a fucking parental advisory on, and you know, no names, whatever. But like the whole like shit has been so overdone now that it's like, yo, you put out some weird fucking Roman portrait of an angel fairy doing a thing with this, and there's no words, and it's like, yo, y'all need to be more original, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying nobody. I didn't have nobody in mind when I just said that. I'm sure a lot of people might take offense to that because there's a whole lot of that shit out there. But it's like, bro, it's like, yo,
Too many people did that.
Y'all gotta be more
Yeah.
original. Oh my God, you heard me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
To
you.
even say that statement. It's like,
Nah, it's true though, man. It's too much of the same,
a lot of
bro.
people did though.
It's too much of the same.
Totally.
And I feel like Griselda did it so dope. You know, you can't fucking talk about this shit without talking about Griselda, unfortunately.
Of course.
You know
Those,
what I'm saying?
like, shout out,
Pinnacle,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that music, man. Like,
Yeah, that's
Shout out
fucking-
Conway's coming on pretty soon.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Congrats,
They,
bro.
they
Thank
brought
you,
it back
yeah.
for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean,
Because we was out here doing this music, and it was like it took them, I feel like, to pop mainstream a little bit. They still underground in the mainstream, but they're mainstream. You know what I mean?
Crazy. I got.
So it's like
They
Yeah,
changed.
man.
They did.
after
like,
that happened, I feel like everyone started looking at artists
Yeah,
like
I mean-
us. You know what I mean?
I've been making, what do you call it, boom bap, whatever the fuck you call it. I've been doing this shit like way before the Griselda shit, but then yeah, I mean, there's anyone in this scene that says it has nothing to do with them is fucking lying and
Well,
playing
your
themselves.
shit also isn't like that at all. Maybe to the lame ear, like to someone who doesn't
Right.
hears that, they're like, "Oh, that's so," but it's not similar at all.
No.
Like,
I don't think so at all. And yo, what I was going back to say was that the fucking Griselda did all that like Roman
Just hip-hop.
kind of weird, like obscure, like kind of like fucking this really dope artwork and shit, and just like they did it so well, and like that was original at the time, and
And
now
then
it's
everyone
just so
imitates it.
played out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's just like the beat selections is played
that's
out.
the problem.
The fucking
That's been the problem with hip hop is that everybody was imitating. You know, even with the fucking mumble rap, and that was like really.
be original, man.
You
but
know what I
isn't
mean?
that what everything is? Is like
Nah.
you can tell when someone blows up. So many people try to like copy that, and they might get some
I get it.
acknowledgement for a year or two, but that shit falls off. You need to create stuff
You do.
that is unlike anything else. Like,
You gotta
Absolutely,
be original.
man. Be
yeah.
yourself, bro. That's why I hate
If
I
you
was
be-
just having this conversation. My fault.
Go ahead.
No, I was just having this conversation with somebody about like it was somebody that shoots videos, and they were like, yeah, there was a really funny part of you in there, but like, you know, I had to take that out because the song is hard. I was like, what, bro? Like,
yeah.
I strive to be goofy.
Exactly.
I love looking goofy.
The hardest people I know
Goofy.
smile, laugh,
Bro,
like-
Big Pun. Big Pun is one of my favorite guys in the world. He fucking jumped off a building. Everyone knew he didn't jump off that building. But then he landed on his feet. You know what I'm saying? I'd strive to. I like people to watch my shit and to have my personality come out. I don't want it to be all fucking mean mugging and shit like that. I want my shit to be hysterical, but also hard as
Dude,
nails.
that's why I
which it
wanted to
is.
have you guys on together, honestly, is because, like, your album as a stand-up, like, as a rap fan,
Yeah.
love it. But as, like, a comedian, I'm like, that shit's so funny. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are both hilarious with your bars in the way that, like,
We're
not
trying to
like-
do that too. You're gonna start seeing some things popping up where we're gonna start worrying about the promo more than, you know what I mean? We always going
like
the
the
music
fingers
is
in the cold cut, like,
Yeah.
whatever, like,
yeah, the music's first always, but
always, yeah.
but then like I said, you know, it's with wrestlers. I always use that comparison when I'm talking to him and anyone else about like the WWF. You know what I mean? Like an artist, they're gonna have their shtick, and that's what's gonna sell the match. People are going there to watch the wrestling, but what their energy is leading up to the match is what makes you watch the match. What makes you get the pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what
Goes
we.
in the-
That's what we go. You know what I mean? You're about to start seeing a lot more. Like
I was literally just talking to them about this earlier, where it's like, this podcast is great. I love being able to sit down and talk to you guys. I'd rather, but like,
Yeah.
you know, but it is about like, I want them to see that when I go up on stage, when I do stand up, they know who I am, so I don't have to like. I
Yeah.
could just be myself.
Market
Like
yourself.
Right, yeah.
people know who I am. Like
If you-
people, they're not just like, oh, who's this guy?
if
up
you
on
could be
stage?
comfortable, exactly.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah, and that's why they say outside your comfort zone is where success is, because when you comfortable, you're not going to be the full yourself almost. Like you got to get comfortable in a situation where you're uncomfortable.
People love to
You know
get
what
in
I
that.
mean?
They're loops, though. You feel so good in a loop. You know what I mean? Like people
Like
just
there's
settle.
a rush. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
you get it. Like when you get last, you get in a rush. Like you know what I mean?
Every time I drop a video and it's like, yeah, every time I drop a video or some shit, it's a little rush because they all pretty different. You know, some of them are kind of whatever, but they all pretty different. They all have something that stands out that's goofy as shit that's going to make you hopefully play the shit back a little bit type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, same shit with Last. It's like, yo, I want to be a comedian rapper, straight up, but not a funny rapper. Like, I don't want to be Weird Al fucking Yankovic.
No, but like,
I
look
wanna
at what
be a
like
fucking
We're not a gimmick.
action
Yeah.
or
Ain't no gimmick,
hologram
bro.
or
This is
Mayhem
who I am.
Loren.
We're being, you know, we could be funny, we could be jokey.
I know the funniest guys in the world
Yeah.
that you look at their rap music and you're like, dog, what are you, a serial killer? It's like, no, you
For
are the
real.
funniest dude in the world, bro.
Exactly.
Why don't you
Yeah.
let that shit shine?
Shout out Conway. Like,
out
fucking
Conway.
Conway's a
Conway.
hilarious dude.
I
like,
believe
That's
it.
what it's
I
about.
never
Big-
met him in
it was
person. West
big-
Side too, man. Like,
Yeah, they're-
he seems like a
They
funny
got wild.
motherfucker.
They got wild personality, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's what's selling their promo. The promo selling their matches.
Because it's not just about the like.
Exactly.
They
Same
wanted-
with action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all
Action's the illest, bro.
right.
I fuck with Action. Like,
Yeah.
I've been fuck with him since early, but then
Early,
like I watched
yeah.
I watched his Rolling Loud performance the other day because it popped up on my YouTube shit. I was like, damn, why is this motherfucker so ill? Like, I almost
He's
forget.
dope, man. Yeah.
No, for real. And I got to see him a couple of weeks ago with Mayhem and Hologram.
Okay, dope.
And it was cool. Hologram was one of the first guests ever on the podcast, so it's
Fire.
cool, like him just releasing that album with Muggs
That's
and
cool.
shit.
Oh, they came
Like,
on the podcast.
yeah, they didn't all. Just Hologram
Oh, oh,
did. That
but
was
still,
like early because he
That's
just released that shit with Muggs, his debut album, American Cheese,
Hard,
with DJ
Oh, yeah.
Muggs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Heard
hard.
about that. It's
yeah.
fire.
You work with Muggs.
Yeah, not directly. It was through fucking Yellow Wolf actually tapped in, and we have a couple songs together. One of which is on his album produced by DJ Muggs. Yeah, that album's hard. Shout out to Yellow Wolf, man.
Facts.
He showed love for no fucking reason. He
Really? So he just
Dude,
reached
valid.
out, like.
He reached out, bro. I mean, I have a homie that used to tour with him, but he wasn't touring with him at the time, but they were still homies, and he was over his crib. Just happened to be bumping my shit. My homie Tulane,
Shout out
who's
Tulane.
about to drop an album too, and
Tulane James.
he's about to be a problem. If you haven't heard about him now, y'all
Facts.
gonna hear about
I'll
him
have to
real
check
soon.
it
Yeah,
out.
no, he's
for,
fire, bro.
He has no music out yet.
Yeah?
He has not
but
one
when he
song.
drops, everyone's gonna know who he is.
Oh, send me
know?
some of his stuff. I'll check
I
it
got
out
you.
for real.
I got you. But yeah, he used to be actually Yellow Wolf's violinist. His little fiddler.
Shit.
Little
He was mad
fiddling,
talented.
fiddling man. But so he was just in Yellow Wolf's crib, happened to be bumping my shit, and Yellow Wolf was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And he was like, "Oh, it's my man Bub Styles from Brooklyn." And Yellow Wolf, at that very moment, just took out his phone and was like, "Yo, shout out Bub Styles on Instagram and shit." Then fucking apparently they ended up bumping my shit all night, and then for the next like 2 months, he was fucking just bumping my shit, just always on his story bumping my shit. Always in
Going
interviews
crazy.
talking about me and shit like that.
Really?
Crazy.
That
yo,
is
like,
crazy.
He didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
was
that's
showing him
somebody
crazy
that
love,
shows
man.
real love. Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, so like, yeah, he got me on his album with Muggs, and that was super dope.
Says a lot about Yellow Wolf. So.
Yeah,
Nah,
For
for
sure.
real. That
for no reason, bro.
To
It's not
show
even like
love.
my man was trying to put him. It's not even like, yo, listen to my rapper friend. Like, it wasn't no shit like that where it's like, that could have been like that. It just happened to be right place at the right time, and he was like, what the fuck is this shit?
that shit always happens naturally, and then
It has to.
it almost, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's like when that shit happens, you're in the eye of the storm, so you don't even get to enjoy it that much. You're just like, this is like,
Bro, I'm looking at my Instagram when he posted that shit. I'm like, I had to like tap this shit. I was like,
yeah,
the fuck? Like, yo, I was like, yo, are you kidding me?
that's
Then, like, I mean, fucking Yellow Wolf always fucking respected him as an artist and shit like that, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that I fucking listened to his albums back to
No,
front, back
yeah.
at that point. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I went back once he started to show love and really respecting his craft more and more, but it's like, as somebody that's just like, what the fuck? This random famous ass motherfucker? What the fuck?
yeah.
And then it was like, yo, it was just natural.
And
he
you
got,
killed that shit.
Yeah, he
that
killed
verse.
that,
No,
yeah.
you killed that
Oh,
verse
thank you,
on that
thank you,
shit
thank
for real.
Yeah, and he put me first on the verse, and he called this shit Flea Market, which is my crew. It's a duo with my other man AR-15.
Okay.
Is We Are Flea Market, and he fucking called the song Flea Market. Like,
That's
yo,
crazy.
He didn't have to do all that. But,
And then was that before or after he jumped on the remix?
that was, I think, he did the remix first. And then I think like a week later he sent me the Muggs joint.
I love just cool people like that,
Yeah,
like
man.
showing love. Like I haven't said this on but I do want to show love to Crime Apple because
Hell yeah.
out Crime.
Mark from Top Shelf Premium. I don't know if you guys know Top Shelf Premium.
My top shelf is dropping this Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real? Oh, I can't wait to see
Yeah,
that.
dog.
I'm seeing Mark tonight.
Oh,
He
yeah?
has a show 2 blocks over at the Stand. It's like
word?
it's a comedy and rap show with like
outta here.
Rosenberg's gonna be
Oh,
there.
we out.
Jim
Oh, we
Jones.
go-
We
going.
out.
Oh yeah, let's go over.
Let's go. I'm with
All
it.
right, perfect.
Yeah.
100.
So he, I guess, he was like, oh, this dude reached out to do a podcast, and he was with Crime, and Crime was like, oh, I've like seen some of his podcasts or some shit.
Word.
And he's like, it's dope. And then he showed love. And then on the pod, he's like, I don't do interviews other than one with Rosenberg a year, but like, I wanted to show you love and shit. And so I want to show love to him for doing that.
Shout out
'Cause, like,
Crime, man.
Shout out Crime,
that was
bro.
some real like.
Same shit
it's
with
so
me, you know what I'm
nice.
saying?
Like,
He blessed me with a fucking amazing verse that I can't wait for the fucking world
Yeah,
to
he
hear.
looked out for Bubs too, exactly.
Yeah, and
I
it was
can't
just
wait.
off the strength of just. I've been fucking with Brown for a little while with Brown 13 and shit.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, me and him like fucking. He's been bumping my shit, showing love. Me and him have a song together and shit like that. But yeah, I think it was through him. He kind of put me on through all those kids and like, yeah, Crime's a fucking man.
what do you guys have coming next? Like, do you have? You said you have an album coming out next month.
I got an album coming out next month called The Great Outdoors.
It'll probably be this month by the time.
This month, The
yeah.
Great Outdoors. Fucking look out for that shit. Right in time for Hanukkah. Nah, it's actually a trap and drill album.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
That's,
Yeah.
there's not one break, there's not one drum break on that motherfucker, man. Yeah,
Who's
nah.
on it?
Me, my man AR-15, and a very special guest I don't want to announce yet.
All right.
Yeah, very special guest though.
All right. I'm excited
Real-
to hear that.
Real special.
Do you
It's
have
gonna be
anything
fire.
coming?
Yeah, I got a single dropping on 11/11 with
Dope.
my man Jim Scary called 6 Cents, and that's supposed to be off our project Sid 2, which is a follow up to a project we did last year. So I don't know if we're gonna drop the project this year, but we're gonna try. You know what I mean?
And you're dropping the single.
We're dropping the single, and then if we don't drop the project before the end of the year, we're gonna at least drop another single.
Is that going to be your next release? Or are you doing?
I'm working on a lot right now, so it's like it's hard for me to really tell like which one I'm gonna shoot first. I got like
Yeah.
a bunch of loaded guns, and I'm like, but I got something with Lord Jewish that's been done. You know what I mean? For a long time, even before me and Bub started the corner store, and it was like, you know, like I said, when we started working, it was just so natural, and we were just like, fuck it, let's put this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, I got that with him, Lucky Lansky, and then me and him is working on a project with Gore-Tex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Nonfiction. You know what I mean?
Produced fully by fucking Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out
going to be
Gore-Tex,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Lord
Yo.
Goat. Lord
Watch.
Goat.
Yeah,
man.
that shit is crazy. We just in the early stages of that shit, but yeah, we tapped in.
And
Yeah, that's
everyone
also
listening
working.
should go listen to your album that you already have out.
Yeah,
together.
facts. Yeah. Corner Store Carnivores, available
Corner Store
everywhere.
Carnivores. Soaked in Death Sid with Jim Scary. He got
Yeah,
out.
that's the single we're gonna be
Fucking
dropping. The
Young Gorgeous.
Young Gorgeous.
Fuck.
Young
fucking
Gorgeous
Bob
is
Dini.
crazy. I kept bumping that today because I hadn't
Oh,
listened to that yet.
Good
but,
looks,
like,
man.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that was awesome.
like I said, that was my first shit. So
Yeah, no.
every project, if you listen to my shit, has a different vibe. So like the Sid project has a different vibe. It's like the dude that is premiering at Weekly Rap Gods. Shout out Weekly Rap Gods. He was telling me that you know, he was like, what do I call this shit? Like grunge bap? And I was like, oh, I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out.
We
to
call
him.
that shit boom trap in my studio.
Yeah, Boom
Oh,
Trap.
I love hearing all. Like I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear you doing your fucking drill shit. I love hearing different.
That's what I mean. It's totally
Yeah, I
different
love
from
all
what me
that
and Bubs
stuff.
did,
Yeah.
but it's still hip hop. You know what I mean?
Dog, I wouldn't make music if it was only one style of music I made.
Right.
Straight up. I couldn't
Exactly.
even stand to do that.
You get
bro.
bored with that shit.
Exactly. You
Bored
gotta be
to
versatile.
tears,
You
bro.
gotta challenge yourself. You gotta be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be versatile.
Oh yeah.
Because
Hell
I
yeah.
don't listen to the same shit. I don't go back and listen. Like
Exactly.
I've always listened to new
I'll
shit.
listen to everything. I'll
Yeah.
listen to music from the the 60s, the 70s, the 80s.
Yeah,
from
old jazz
I
to
love it.
fucking weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
fucking metal, hardcore. You know what I mean? I was a hardcore kid when I was younger. Like I always liked rap. That was like my first love, I'd say. You know
Rap.
what I mean?
Yeah, rap was mine too. And
But I had like artists in every genre that I fucked with.
all right, we'll end with this. But what's one artist that people would not expect that you listen to?
I listened to R.A. the Rugged Man a lot growing up. I feel like a lot of people don't even know who he is, but
No, he's
Nah, that's to be expected though.
yeah,
bro.
that's who you would least expect.
yeah,
Yeah,
least
yeah.
expect. Like some Celine Dion shit.
Shit.
I mean, shit, bro. I listen to so much shit that you would never expect. I listen to fucking Pat Benatar, fucking
All right,
Stevie Nicks.
all
like,
right.
Everybody that you would never expect me to listen to. I listen to Chicago. I listen to everything, bro. I love it. It's my favorite. That's my soul music right there. I could drive in the car to that shit. You smell me?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of my music is. If you listen to it on Young Gorgeous, I cut up mad classic
No,
rock.
that makes sense. Good now hearing that. Like
That's what I grew up on. That's why I said a big piece of me is in that, because every sample was shit that had to do with things I listened to, things that were part of my childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard.
So if you see me listening to ear pods, you know what I mean? You think I'm listening to some hardcore rap and shit?
It's
Probably
gonna be
not.
ABBA.
Yeah, exactly. I'm listening to something different.
No, that's
God
that's
knows what I'm
awesome.
listening
yeah,
to.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Shit, I don't even know, pa. I mean, I guess we already talked about hardcore and drill and shit like that. Like the Misfits is one of my favorite bands ever.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Pantera.
going Pantera, yeah. But that's a little more. I feel like that's a little more.
My dad used to play me Pantera all the time
Hell
growing
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Pantera was the shit, bro. Hell yeah.
My friend does a joke about Pantera. Shout out my friend Al Christakis. He has this joke. He goes, Pantera's a band that I love, but if anyone else says they love them, I judge them
Like,
immediately.
you fucking
yeah.
weirdo.
It's such a good joke. Shout out Al for that one.
For real.
But-
And like new drills, like yo, UK drill. UK drill
this
is one of
kid,
my
don't
favorite
get him
fucking
started.
things. Well, let me start on my UK
Like
drill,
who?
bro.
He loves it.
Fucking, I think my favorite guy is Central C. You
Okay,
ever
he
heard of him?
Irish loves that British rap. Shit.
Yeah, you know Central C?
I don't know him. I'm a big like Stormzy or Skeptic
Okay,
guy.
yo,
that?
tap into Central C. I'm gonna play y'all some shit after this.
Word.
Hard.
Word.
I also love Dutch Avelli, super hard. Fucking Digga D, super hard.
Okay, I know Digga D. Yeah.
dumb hard, bro.
Dumb hard, for real.
Fucking yeah, all that shit. You know Dutch Avelli?
No, I don't.
Oh
I'll
my
have to
god.
No.
Yo,
After, all right.
hard, bro.
Thank you
hard.
guys so much for coming on,
You
for
already
real.
know,
This
man.
was an
Thank you.
awesome time.
Thank you for having us.
My
brother.
hand's sweaty too,
Yeah.
so don't
I'm
worry.
sweaty as a
I'm
motherfucker.
gripping the
For real.
mic. So
Nah.
now
I
we're Sweat
appreciate you
Brothers.
for having us. for
No,
real.
this was dope. Yeah, no, we'll listen to some British shit now. Bye, everyone.